What's the mood like in Boston right now?
Well, I'm actually in Salt Lake City, and I can tell you the mood's decidedly different out here. But as you can imagine, the feeling back home is just really jubilation because the Celtics have been in the mix here the past couple summers. You think back to last year, going out there and getting Al Horford, but missing out on Kevin Durant. You know, you feel like the Celtics have been pursuing that big player, that guy that might be able to put them over the top and move them a little bit closer to competing with the Cleveland Cavaliers here in the East. And they certainly got that guy now here in Gordon Hayward. And plus, there's the obvious storyline with reuniting with Butler coach Brad Stevens and some unfinished business from that 2010 season. There's going to be a lot of excitement about having these two guys back together.
Yeah, you mentioned that reunion of Brad Stevens along with Gordon Hayward, who, of course, played for Stevens at Butler. How did that relationship factor in to Hayward's decision?
Yeah, from everything that I've read here in his Player Tribune article announcing it, it sure sounds like Brad was maybe the biggest influence. I thought it was interesting how he reflected back on his decision to leave Butler after 2 years and how he confided in Brad and, you know, really had a heart-to-heart with him about going into the NBA draft. And you got the sense that when they sat down there Sunday in Boston, they had another big conversation about, you know, what it would mean to have to leave Utah, but the possibilities in Boston. And having that comfort level with Brad was certainly something that attracted Gordon to Boston and probably made that decision to leave this comfort zone a little bit easier. I think if you're Gordon Hayward, you know the way. You know, Brad Stevens tells the story all the time. Gordon Hayward was a tennis player in Indiana when he found him and kind of molded him into a very good basketball player. And now I think Hayward is probably pretty eager to see how Brad can take his all-star talents and help him both achieve both his individual goals and his team goals for championship caliber success.